Cardinal Sports Network brings you this special presentation. Event coverage starts now.
Welcome to the Cardinal Sports Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. And folks, you joined us on a special day. It is Leap Day in America.
Yeah, this comes around, what, every 17 years?
No.
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years. And this is the final game of the regular season for the Cardinals, if you pardon the pun, leap into the Region 14 tournament. And we won't know the seedings that's into play today. Looks like the Cardinals are probably going to be a 6 seed, most likely be a 6 seed. It could still be some juggling going on with that depending on action today. We do thank you for joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network as the Cardinals host the Paris Junior College Dragons. The Cardinals are 17-12 overall, 10-8 in conference play. Paris comes in 9-19 overall and 3-15 in conference play. I'm Benny Rogers, the Sports Information Officer at the college, and I'm joined like always by my buddy Tim Howard. And Tim, as I bring you in, man, where'd the season go?
I know. We just teed it up and did that first little jump ball thing, and here we are.
And I think one thing we can all agree on, the Cardinals had some things that went on midway through the season that affected the lineup and the roster change. But this may have been one of my most favorite Cardinal teams to watch play since then.
Yeah, heart is the word that I would use to describe, because they have just showed heart all year long with who is left on the squad.
Well, they really have, and today's game will not affect Paris in any degree. Paris will not be making it to the regional tournament. As I mentioned earlier, the Cardinals seeding are definitely going to the regional tournament, having won the regional tournament last year. And their seeding will be affected by what happens today. The Cardinals need to win. I think if they win, they're probably going to be a 6 seed. But like I said earlier, it could juggle a slot or two. We'll have to see how it plays out.
But as you and I talked about last week, this is one of those teams that you don't want to get a draw against TVCC, because I mean they have proven they've still got some fire in the engine, and they will use it on you.
Well, I guarantee you could probably ask any coach in the league which team they'd would rather not face in the regional tournament, and most likely the answer would be the Cardinals. If not the Cardinals, they'd be in the top 2 or 3 answers.
I would agree with you, and that would be my answer as well. They're extremely talented, and they will not quit even when they're outmanned, even when they have a short bench and they're in foul trouble. They'll just gut it out, and we've seen them do that on 2 or 3 occasions in our Cardinal Sports Network broadcasts.
Won at least a couple of games this year just on heart alone.
Yeah, and that is, again, this is not in a conference where every time out is a juggernaut in the Region 14 conference.
It absolutely is. The Cardinals come in averaging 89.3 points a game, giving up 79.9. Paris gives up 84.4 and scoring at an 82.9 clip. Paris has had his own issues this year. This head coach Chuck Taylor resigned midway through the season, and Maurice Mohead took over and has guided the Paris Dragons. But as we see tonight, Tim, they've only got 7 players in uniform.
Speaking of getting through a limited bench, they're going to have their challenges, and you've got to stay away from foul trouble if you're Paris, as they've got a full roster of 7 players in Athens this afternoon.
Well, they really do, and as you take a look at the conference standings, this is the last time you'll see the conference standings for the season, as this wraps it all up today, folks. Our 12th season of basketball on the Cardinal Sports Network is coming your way today. We're about to turn it over to Eddie Kite, who handled the PA chores today, as he will introduce the national anthem and the starting lineups. And we thank you for joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network on a beautiful leap day here in Athens, Texas. The temperature is about 75 degrees. The Cardinal softball team swept a doubleheader against El Paso today, winning 14-0 and 14-1. The Lady Cardinals basketball team just finished beating Bossier Parish and Bossier City 102-50 to finish conference play 18-0.
That is impressive.
Won the league by 5 full games.
And hats off to them winning here at Leon Spencer Court last Wednesday night as well. And that was a fantastic night.
And you see the regional tournament upcoming this Tuesday through Saturday of next week. It'll be in Shreveport at Centenary College. And now then for the pregame ceremonies.
So as we got a moment here just to talk about that Region 14 tournament, let me just remind everyone, it's not that far from Athens. Take a little ride over, be there, support the Cards and Lady Cards.
The Cardinal Regiment and the National Anthem. Wondering if maybe we're having PA issues.
Good afternoon, Cardinal basketball fans. Welcome to Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gymnasium on campus of Trinity Community College for today's matchup of Paris City College and your Trinity Valley Cardinals. The starters for Paris Dragons with a 9-19 record and 2-8 conference record. From Flint, Michigan, number 3, Starling Hamilton. From Winnipeg, Manitoba, number 4, Lamar Everett. From Louisville, Kentucky, number 15, Carl Parker. From Atlanta, Texas, 31, Charlie Powell. From Woodlands, Texas, number 32, Romeo Wilbert.
Now we'll have the starting lineup for the Cardinals.
Guard, number 0, Tiding Archibald.
Archibald is averaging 9.7 points and has hit 58 three-pointers.
From the Bronx, New York, guard, number 10, Deshaun Davis.
Davis is averaging 21.5 points, 5.9 assists for the Cardinals.
Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, forward, number 12, Anderson Mirambo.
Mirambo is averaging 14 points and 9.4 rebounds.
From Mansfield, Texas, guard, number 23, Trevon Fuller.
Fuller's averaging 15 points and 4.8 assists, has 59
From Kutaisi, Georgia, center, number 24, Vladimir Porchwanitska.
Putzvanitze is averaging 5.9 points, 5.0 rebounds. We are set, folks. It is Region 14 Conference Basketball. It is Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. It is Paris. It is Trinity Valley with the play-by-play, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers, and I don't know if the cameras picked it up. I think they did. Just seeing Vlad make it through the Cardinal huddle says it should be a good afternoon for him. There was an inside joke happening there all the way around, and that was a lot of fun. Last game at Cardinal Gym for the Cards this afternoon.
Yeah, for the only true sophomore that's been on the squad the entire season. I know Trey Gardner's a sophomore that joined from the football team at mid-season, but Vlad's the only player that's been going to be on the floor today that's played 2 full seasons.
And I think that had a lot to do with it.
Before they throw it up in the air, what a win for the Cardinals at Navarro Wednesday night. 77-75. Aaron Mirambo with a steal and a layup to win it 77-75 with 2.9 seconds left.
Clutch down the stretch and just epitomizes this team all the way around. So we're about set for the tip. In the circle will be Vladimir Putzvanitze, and jumping his counter, Charlie Powell out of Atlanta, Texas. So about ready to roll here at Leon Spencer Court in Athens. Thanks for joining us on the Cardinal Sports Network. And as Benny said, gorgeous afternoon here in Athens today. So we will get ready for the tip. Going to move the balls all the way here at the very last second from the score step. Probably a good idea.
Little detail work.
So ready to roll. Putzvanitze tip back to Mirambo. Fuller comes across half court. They get it to Archibald on the right.
Cardinals won the first meeting between these two, 81-79 in a game in which Deshaun Davis did not play.
Long three-pointer won't go. Shot off the side of the rim. Yeah, Deshaun had that DNP beside his name before we start today. See if that will impact things. There's a shot on the way. Count. Well, they're going to
wave it off. It's a good thing they did.
Wow, that was a nice touch by number 3 there, Starlin Hamilton.
It looked like a Tim Howard shot that didn't have a prayer but was answered. I'm going to start on you early today.
Well, let me just say that you've done your homework, because that's exactly how all of my shots were. Shot on the way, and he's on fire. Hamilton hits that from behind the arc.
So that one counts.
That one does count. Good start for PJC. The Cards bring it up with Davis. Working it down low. Big fella. Good position. Nice reverse. He's got good feet for the big man, doesn't he?
Absolutely he does, and he showed it there.
Working the baseline. No help, though, on the back end. Coach Furr going to let his team see the displeasure and hear it.
Yeah, got lazy on that possession.
Quick basket by Paris. So up 5-2 here. Just a minute gone by. Controlled by Fuller. Now penetrates, has it blocked out of bounds. So Cardinals will.
Trevon turned around looking at the official, said, come on, man.
It's like I've got an arm and a half left on my body. Where was the whistle? So they will inbound from the baseline. Archibald, baseline rattles out. And controlled by PJC.
In that first meeting at Paris, the Cardinals hit 8 of 23 pointers, led by Archibald with 7.
That's a night, isn't it? I mean, that's a good performance. Working the ball around the perimeter. Now they'll settle in with 12 on the clock. Pulls up. That's short. Davis wrestles it away. Over to Archibald in the corner. Three-point shot won't go, and controlled by the Dragons. Pass underneath, and they get an easy basket.
That's 2 easy buckets now for the Dragons, getting back. The Cardinals not getting back, I should say, on defense.
Derry Moore about to check in at the next stoppage of play for the Cardinals.
Yes, rarely we've seen Poots Venitze and Anderson Mirambeau start together.
Good drive and a tap over the top from the big man, Poots Venitze.
Glad now with 4 points. All 4 points on the board for the Cardinals.
Davis almost knocked it away. Regathered now. They'll set it up around the top of the key.
I mentioned the Cardinals were 8 of 20 from three-point range in that first meeting. Paris was 7 of 32.
Wow, that'll play all day long. The Cards fade there. There's a breakaway, and Fuller with a finish. Good transition basket down the floor as they had a couple of options there, and Fuller pulls up to make it 7-6. Strong move to the basket, but does not finish. Mirambeau pulls it down. Here comes Davis. Looked like he was anticipating help. They never came. Mirambeau for man. Knock it down.
The big man from downtown.
Cards collect the lead here. 16:42 to go. And it's going to be picked up by Fuller.
Oh, Anderson.
Now Fuller on a 3. Puts it through. Back-to-back trays for the Cardinals.
Cardinals are starting to heat up now from three-point range. If anytime Anderson Mirambeau hits one, you know you're heating up.
Everybody else says, let me step up my game, man. If Anderson's going to knock him down, I'm going to knock him down. Mirambeau has been so strong in the paint, but showed, hey, I can step out from time to time there.
Anderson got a piece of that ball there, deflected the pass.
Three-point shot on the way, won't go. Mirambeau snatches and an outlet to Davis. Goes up and a two-handed jam.
Credit Anderson with that. Anderson knew exactly where Deshaun was and got the ball down the floor off the rebound.
That is well executed, and just like that, the Cards have doubled up PJC. We got a timeout on the floor, and it will be a 30-second timeout. So
we'll talk a little bit about the regional tournament that's coming up, Tim. The Lady Cardinals, we know, are going to be the #1 seed. They will play their first game next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. We know they will be playing Jacksonville. If the Lady Cards happen to win that one, they would play in the semifinals Friday at 1 o'clock, and the championship game is Saturday at 4 p.m. The Cardinals, we won't know their seeding until today is over. We think they'll be a 6th seed. If they are a 6th seed, they'll play at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. But that's a big if, folks. Nothing's going to be determined until all the games are concluded today on the men's side, because it's just that close.
We'll wait and see for it. But, yeah, definitely Region 14 tournament at over in Bossier.
At Centenary College.
Centenary College there. Great place to take in the tournament. Cards, as you mentioned, won the whole thing last year. Davis skies for the board, controls it before he goes out of bounds, and now outlets Fuller. Fuller's not shy. He'll pull up from
he's
three.
not shy.
And lets it go. 1 and done for the Cards. Too easy down low, but not finishing.
In the dictionary, when you look up the word shy, you will not see a picture of Trayvon Fuller located anywhere near that word.
Trayvon Fuller. I think the Trey part is where we will, he makes that living, Trayvon, with the 3-pointers. And between he and Archibald, looks like there was a one different coming into today. Up and finish as Deshaun goes strong, draws the contact, the whistle, and now a chance for a 3-point play.
Of course, in the last home game, we saw Deshaun go for 41 points.
That was, I'm still tired. That's been a week ago, and I wasn't even on the floor. Deshaun may be a little tired himself. He steps to the line with 2 different shoes on, but I'm told that is intentional. That is a...
hey, if you can put 41 on the boards, you can wear any color shoes you want.
You can wear, I don't care, stripe, whatever. It has been fun to watch him. He has been just making things happen. And last week was one of those games, wasn't it? That one won't go, though, so rebound. Here comes the Dragons.
Remember, Deshaun had that one stretch where he scored 33, 34, and 33 points in 3 straight games.
And, you talk about why he's so effective with that.
Because he can create.
Yeah.
His ability to create. He's not shy either, but his is from the standpoint of driving in amongst heavy traffic.
Yeah, and then a lot of times has that chance to finish and go to the line. There's a shot over the top right at the shot clock, but they get the rebound and the basket.
Cardinals go to sleep on the boards there.
About to say a great job defensively, and then they give up the offensive board and a quick basket.
Nice job of number 20, Jaqueline Levet, of getting a hand in there and denying Deshaun Davis the ball on the wing.
So Gardner's going to check in for Davis. On the floor right now, it's Foots Van Eetse, Archibald, Moore, Gardner, and Fuller for Trinity Valley. Cards looking to get some energy. They will pass it down low to Gardner now. Skip pass out top. Back to the big man, the one touch. What a touch from the big fella.
Brad now with 6 points in his final contest at Cardinal Gym.
Great start for Foots Van Eetse. Cardinals up big in the early going here, under 14 to go. 3-point shot, won't go. Archibald fighting for it, but it will be PJC with the rebound, and then taken away. I think Moore got a piece of it. Fuller from the top. Won't go. Rebound taken by Wilberts.
You got to take your hat off to this Paris team, because with only 7 players suited up, they know what they're in for today. They know that it's going to be a grind for them. They know it's going to be an endurance test for them, and I think we're going to have our media timeout, Tim.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and get that media timeout here with 13:33 to go. We'll step away. We come back with more on the Cardinal Sports Network after this.
Finding success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Whether you want to get new job skills, work toward a degree, or just take classes for fun, TVCC can design a plan just for you. One of the highest rated 2-year colleges in America by the Aspen Institute and Smart Asset, TVCC in Athens, Kaufman, Palestine, and Terrell delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Register now in person or online at www.tvcc.edu.
Finding success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Attend one of the highest rated 2-year colleges in America and receive a quality, affordable education. Visit tvcc.edu for more information.
And welcome back, Cardinal Sports Network from Leon Spencer Court in Athens, Texas. Tim Howard along with Benny Rogers, and PJC will inbound here. Benny, we got some scores we'll get a look at here momentarily. But you mentioned Trinity Valley Lady Cardinals winning earlier. Here's a three-point shot on the way. He won't go, but the putback is good. Did Daniels make that? That does count. Yeah. With emphasis, Reggie Daniels with a nice finish. He is a 6'7" sophomore out of center.
We'll get you some women's scores, folks, as soon as we get a break in the action here. Buddy Mike Mofford is forward to the scores to us.
Nice move. Oh, there's the first early one of the game for the big man.
We'll go ahead and look at those women's finals. It was Lady Cards 102-50 over Bossier Parish. Tyler beat Coastal Bend 114-52. Angelina with a big win over Panola 87-63. And Blinn won 66-60 over Parish after trailing by 14 at the half.
And if you mention that Angelina Panola game, I mean, Angelina was at 8-9 in conference play. That's a big win for them to knock out Panola at 12-5 in the conference.
Angelina's played well down the stretch.
Gardner goes and gets the steal. Almost an interception there. Archibald, a little touch shot for two.
Nice job of Gardner coming away with the steal and leading the break down the floor and hitting Ty Dan underneath.
Boy, they strike so quick out of that press. They force you into a shot like that you're not really looking for it. In that case right there is another example of it. And then a reach foul by PJC.
You really got to like where the Cardinals are at this point in the game. I know it's just a 9-point game if they've dictated the tempo, and there's really not a lot, to be honest, that Paris can do inside against the Cardinals if the Cardinals play defense. Now, we've seen them go to sleep 3 times and give up 3 buckets inside, and 2 of those were just absolutely being lazy on defense.
And to that point, though, it's impressive to see them coming out this and firing because, I mean, they control what they control, and they have not napped as there's another nice shot from Moore. They're taking and doing what they need to do here.
I was visiting with Guy Furr this week, and he was talking about Derry Moore and what a nice season he's had for the Cardinals as a walk-on from John Tyler.
Impressive all the way around for Derry, and good to see him, the walk-on, and what he's been able to accomplish. Wow, that was one for the highlight reel.
That was like an excuse me layup.
Nice juggling act, and the only thing he was waiting for him to do was put a sword down his throat. That was an acrobatic move, if ever. 3-point shot will not fall for Archibald.
That would look good when he took off.
I thought it was going to find the twine. Crossover, Archibald taps away. Now 2-on-1 for the Cards. Archibald behind the back, up and under, had it blocked. And good recovery by Everett.
Man should have hit his trailer that time, Gardner.
Yeah, I think you're right. That would have been an easy bucket for him. Stolen away. Going to be they get him for a travel out front.
They're going to be a foul called.
Oh, a foul. Okay. Can be on Moore for the Cardinals. Move the ball. 11 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Trinity Valley up 22-13 from Leon Spencer Court in Athens, Texas. Thanks for joining us. There's a nice spin move shot up off the window, and it's good.
See, at least 8 of the 15 points for Paris come from inside the paint, which is really kind of surprising.
Yeah, that's been one of the areas that Trinity Valley has had a real strong presence. Get a little greedy there.
Thought Anderson was going to pull the trigger again.
I think he realized it. He said, I better fire a pass.
I've got my one.
That last shot, though, that he looked at, might as well sign him up for a 3-point contest because it was spectacular. It's 10:41, they'll go to the big fella. Oop, had it knocked away, though. Davis wasn't going to get
He stood his ground.
he was trying to draw the charge. A little far away from the basket that time for him.
If you're the Cardinals, you don't want to get careless with the ball like they did on that possession and let Paris climb back into the contest, which they have already done.
Yeah, back to a 5-point game here. And Davis trying to size up the competition. A little crossover, spin move, fade, and the basket. That's nicely done.
Can't add anything to that, Tim. You described that awfully well. That's just another example of him being able to create space.
I was going to say, when you were talking about a while ago why he's so dangerous, that was an exact example, wasn't it?
It was.
Good D from Davis. Got there and cut him off. So they'll reset with 15. Switch up top. Trying to do a little give and go, and they'll throw it over to
James King on camera one.
James King, camera one. Nice assist to King if you're scoring at home.
I'm not sure we have his bio up on the screen yet or not, but nice job by James of pulling in that basketball.
Well done with 9:37 to go in the first half of play. Trying to get this Cardinal lead back to where just a few moments ago evaporated on them pretty quick. So Paris has shown, hey, they're not afraid to throw that baseball pass, catch it in the paint, and get an easy bucket. And they've held their own in the paint.
Jamon Mack getting ready to check into the game for the first time for the Cardinals. Oh, great job of body control by number 15, Parker, of holding his ground and waiting for the defender to fly by, and he put the shot in.
Another basket in the paint. So that's Marambo going to take another three.
Why not?
He's knocked down 2 from behind the arc today. 6 points in the contest. And another quick basket. I was looking at you circle the 3, and
you missed the bucket.
I missed the bucket, but it goes for number 15, Carl Parker. That's his 10th point here in the first half. Derry Moore with a nice touch.
I'll tell you, Derry Moore has a nice little soft jumper. Very effective from 10 to 12-foot range.
That's his 4th point here in the first half of play. Cardinals need to get that D working again here and get some easy transition points. Spin move, up. Oh, they're going to get him for steps.
Too many spins.
So that turnover will bring it back Cardinals' way with 8:21 to go in the first half.
Cardinals have been in control from the onset on this one.
They've come out firing today. If you're just tuning in, we will have the seedings later on, probably this evening, so we won't know when we get off the air today. But the Cardinals getting ready for the regional tournament. 3-point shot. Filling that one. There's a quick touch pass. Gardner to Davis. Davis with the basket. Gardner with the assist.
Davis now with 8 points.
3-pointer on the way. Won't go. Gardner skies. Pulls down the board. Davis will bring it up the floor. 7:35. Goes up and under. Gardner, whoa, got a fistful of wrist. Pass underneath, blocked out of bounds.
Jamon Mack.
Mack smacks that into the cheerleaders.
7:23 left. The Cardinals up by 10, their biggest lead of the contest.
I don't want to say it was a foul on the other end, but I'd be checking for my wristwatch if I was on the floor. Marambo will not give ground, and it's short. And somehow knifing his way through. It's Charlie Powell. Kick out for 3, won't go. Hits the floor.
Got a kick ball.
Kick ball. So Marambo will sit. Here comes Putzvanidze into the contest. 10-point lead for Trinity Valley here with 7:12 to go. 3-point shot on the way, won't go. Putzvanidze with a rebound. 7-minute mark. 10-point lead. See how they close this half out here. Good drive, good finish, and points plus a whistle.
It's going to count, so that's going to give Deshaun Davis 10 points in the contest.
Got a timeout coming on the floor here. 6:56 to go. We'll step away. Media timeout here as the Cardinals lead 33-21. More coming up after this on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Finding success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Whether you want to get new job skills, work toward a degree, or just take classes for fun, TVCC can design a plan just for you. One of the highest rated two-year colleges in America by the Aspen Institute and Smart Asset, TVCC in Athens, Kaufman, Palestine, and Terrell delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Register now in person or online at www.tvcc.edu.
Finding success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Attend one of the highest rated two-year colleges in America and receive a quality, affordable education. Visit tvcc.edu for more information.
And welcome back, Cardinals Sports Network. It's Trinity Valley leading over Paris Junior College 33-21. One more free throw or a three-point opportunity here for Deshaun Davis, I believe.
Yes, and Davis has got 10 points. He leads the leading Cardinal scorer in the contest as well as the entire game.
Good start for Davis, and you mentioned he didn't play the last time these two teams met, so good to have him on the floor this afternoon with the three-point opportunity is good. So now 11 points in the first half.
Cardinals won that first meeting 81-79, and they led at halftime 40-32.
So well on their way here with 34. Shot won't go, but the rebound and a putback is good.
Good job by number 30, Reggie Daniels, the second, on the backside rebound and getting the putback.
Daniels with a pogo stick move and put back makes it a 11-point lead for Trinity Valley. Knocked away there, and there will be a foul coming on Derry, I believe. Derry Moore.
Oh, the ball just went out of bounds.
Got him on the baseline. Okay. So with 6:24 left, it's still Cardinal basketball here. Big break for Trinity Valley. They'll set the screen up. Derry baseline, go strong, had it knocked away. Wow.
That was a big-time move he made to get the ball swatted as he did.
Tanya Gardner with a hustle and a steal on that baseline.
Great job by Trey Gardner.
And then a pass to Mac. Jamon could not control it on that far sideline.
Of course, Gardner came to the squad from the football team midway through when some things transpired that caused the lineup to be reshaped. But he didn't play during football season because he was battling injuries the entire season. But he's a multi-sport athlete out of Tenaha High School.
Good to see him wearing white-red for Trinity Valley. As we mentioned in the pregame, they just keep battling. And there is...
It's going to be an and-one situation for Paris.
Is this going to be on Prince Van Eetze?
Yep.
Wow.
Of course it is.
That's the second one in this game already. I think a while ago you were taking notes, and I said if you're scoring at home, there's the first one of the game for Prince Van Eetze where it's not the benefactor.
I think they actually called it on Jamon Mack.
Okay. All right. That's usually he's good for 2, maybe 3 a game, which are just always go against the big guy. I don't know. It's uncanny, isn't it?
It really is.
It really is something to watch. And it's happened so often that now we've just come to grips with it. 5:30 to go first half. Cards, nice no-look pass, and Davis with a finish.
Davis with 13 points. Did not play the first meeting, as Tim mentioned, against Paris in an 81-79 Cardinal win.
Cards up by 10 with 5:15 to go first half. Dragons.
Now there's your Poots Van Eetze foul.
Yeah, he earned that one there. That's a legitimate big man foul there. So he's got 2 in the game. Archibald about to check in for Trinity Valley with 10-point lead at the free throw line will be Charlie Powell. Powell, freshman out of Atlanta. basket to go.
Paris came in shooting 66.7% from the free throw line. The Cardinals were shooting 66%.
Mack will sit, and also Marambo comes in, and sitting will be Putzvenitze. That one almost came out of the
It
cylinder.
thought about it. It had
It's like,
second thoughts, didn't it?
somebody left the gate open. We're running this. We're getting out of this house. Marambo goes strong to the hoop, big fella. Nice touch.
Showing his versatility here, Tim. He's got 2 3-pointers in the contest. Now he's got a shot inside with a great move.
He has been something down low for sure. And just example of it there with the with the contact and then the finish. 3-point shot on the way, won't go. Marambo snatches it out of the air. Here comes Fuller. Fuller on the push. Cross court pass, more! And can't get the finish. Boy, that was some zip line passing.
It definitely was.
Thought about a 3, gotta pull it up.
Fast-paced game.
Fuller's gonna get called for a reach here. Trayvon Fuller going to pick up the foul.
It'd be 1-1 now for Paris because that is the 7th team foul against the Cardinals.
Is that his third? I can't tell.
It is.
Third foul on
So he will
Trayvon.
definitely go to the bench for the rest of the half for sure.
So Gardner going to be in for the last 4 plus, or at least to start with.
Probably the
4-14.
bulk of it anyway.
Yeah. Free throw's good, goes up to high five, and it says, my team's on the other end. I will.
The crazy thing is the officials were all looking at each other thinking, is it the and one or not?
It's pretty funny. Looked like he was ready to high five somebody. Well, none of y'all are going to give me 5 for making a free throw against you. So with a 1 of 2 there, here come the Cards. 38-29 with 4:05 to go in the first half. Archibald finding Davis, boys quick, gets a man in the air. Now dish off to Derry Moore, gets the assist. Moore with the basket.
Well, think about how great a player that Deshaun Davis is going to be next year as a sophomore.
Yeah, that freshman, he's grown up a lot here over the last couple of minutes. Gardner with his second steal, now out front to Davis. Davis goes up, and another two-handed jam.
15 points now for Deshaun Davis, and Trey Gardner with his second steal of the contest.
Yeah, Gardner's been Johnny on the spot out there stealing that ball. 3:25 to go first half. Cards trying to extend, up 13. 3-point shot.
Nicely done.
Yeah, excellent. Nice touch that time from
Starlin Hamilton.
Hamilton, his second 3-pointer of the game. Started the contest, and for a few seconds there, Paris was up for about the first couple of minutes. Archibald knocks that one down.
That's his first 3-pointer of the contest. He had 7 the first meeting against Paris.
Did they give 4 for that? That was a long-range ball.
No, but it's interesting you say that because next year the 3-pointer line is being moved back an additional 9 inches.
Is that right? That'll be interesting. See how far that will change. So maybe some of these guys are just trying to, work on it a little early. Overachievers.
I don't think it has anything to do with the conscientious effort of that. I think they just love firing it up with what they see on TV.
Well, call me out because, I'm trying to protect the guys. They love to shoot the rock. Yeah, 45-32. It will be interesting to see how it plays out as Marambo down low. Boy, he says, hey, I'm going to finish down low. Give me the ball, and he goes opposite. Nicely done.
Nice pass. That came from Derry Moore, correct? I think they fed Moore, and he fed Anderson.
Drive and a finish. Nice touch from Carl Parker.
Parker's had a nice game for the Dragons. He's got 12 now. He's their leader.
So 2 minutes to go in the half. Finish strong here and get to halftime with a nice cushion. Up 13. Davis baseline jumper. Won't go. Gardner with a rebound. Archibald passes off to Moore. Can't get it to fall, but Marambo's there and goes with the left hand and a finish. Marambo is dominant down low. Anderson got a block, but I think he's fouled out front before, so 2 free throws coming.
I'm really excited about the players that the Cardinals are going to be bringing back next season. Between Archibald, Mirambeau, Davis, Moore. Think about that.
Yeah.
And all these kids have had to play this year because there's only one sophomore, true sophomore on the team in Trinity.
Yeah, and they've you're talking about a team that's really come a long way, and they've been together through Region 14. It's not like the last couple of games.
No,
it's been 2 times through this tough region.
It hasn't been a normal season for a bunch of freshmen.
Yeah.
Because they were on a sophomore-laden team, to be honest with you.
That's right.
That they weren't going to get near as much playing time as they've gotten, and they're going to be better for it. I'm excited about next year for the Cardinals. And they've already signed a couple of kids, and they'll be, of course, signing 3 or 4 more to put around these kids. It's going to be an exciting time for Cardinal basketball next season.
And they've got it. They've got it all in front of them. So let's see what happens. Goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. So with a 13-point lead.
That new math is, you're not a fan of it, are you?
That's that core math, so it got me. It's a 13-point advantage with 1:23 to go. And into the ball game for Trinity Valley, Raji. Over to Anderson. Rainbow will not go. I thought he was about to have his 3rd three of the half there. He's getting ready to light it up.
Chance for Paris, though.
Yeah, they can get back within 10 here with a 3. Raji doesn't control. Thought he had a steal for a second.
10 on the shot clock.
3-point shot. It's his 3rd of the half. How about it? That's a nice touch from Hamilton. Starlin Hamilton out of Flint, Michigan.
10-point Cardinal lead.
Raji won't go, and rebounded by Paris. Chance to get even closer. They've actually got a 2-for-1 opportunity here.
You would think Paris would feel pretty good if they could be within single digits going into halftime, having trailed by as much as 15 in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And going to have 2 free throws. They didn't get down as quickly, I think, as they needed to for a 2-for-1. So Cards will now have a chance to run it out. A little discussion here of what's going on. 10-point contest here. Trinity Valley leading at Leon Spencer Court in Athens.
I think there may be a question as to whether or not he was shooting, because if he wasn't shooting, it's just a 1-and-1. They're going to score the bucket and give him 1 free throw. Did he make the bucket?
That's what I'm thinking. He didn't make the bucket.
I don't think he made the bucket. I don't think he did. And I think the score, Robin at the scores table told him it didn't go in, but I think the officials saw some. Everybody's looking at each other out of the corner of their eye on the scores table, but they do get the play. So it's a 7-point game.
No, I know it didn't go in because I remember thinking, well, they're still down 10, but now it's a 7-point game after a 3-point play.
I'm confused.
It was a 10-point play. They counted a basket that went, and then the one. Nice pass, Mirambeau, but he can't get it to fall. Left it just short. It's 49-42 at the break. Trinity Valley leading, and we'll take a chance to look over the scores for Trinity Valley.
Yeah, we'll do that before we step away for the half. Deshaun Davis had 15 points. Anderson Mirambeau had 12, including 2 3-pointers. Veteran Putz had 6. Derry Moore had 6. Ty Dane Archibald had 5 with a 3-pointer. And Trevon Fuller had 5 with a 3-pointer. We will step away with the Cardinals leading 49-42. Be back in just a few minutes and try to figure out what had just happened. And welcome back to Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym on Leap Day 2020. We are at halftime. The Cardinals lead 49-42. Tim and I were during the break. We're talking about some of the scores that are going on thus far in the half that we know of, Tim, and one in particular that really could affect the Cardinals seeding. Right now, over in Bossier City, Bossier Parish leads Tyler 18-9. Still 9 minutes left in the first half, but that could be an outcome if Bossier Parish pulls off the upset of number 6 Tyler. That could affect the Cardinals seeding, and that's what we talked about before we started today. Is there's still some juggling that could go on.
Yeah, there really is, and if we got those standings, I mean, we were talking about just a minute ago. The Cardinals are right there at. I'll pull up my sheet real quick. Cardinals are sitting there at 10-8. Win today gets them to 11-8, and if Bossier Parish were to lose, they would be at 11-8. You'd have a 3-way tie in theory, but early going, Tyler Junior College down. We'll wait to see how it ends up.
Yeah, Tyler's a strong finishing team. They've been down in not many games this year, but some games this year and have rallied back and fought back and won those contests. And we saw them do that against the Cardinals in a 110-106 double overtime game earlier this season.
Yeah, and we'll see how the Cards respond here with, taking care of what they need to take care of. And then the rest is out of your hands until Wednesday or until the tournament next week. And we'll know a little more after today. And we won't know until tonight because we found out in the break that Navarro's been delayed with their game against Panola.
Yeah, the Navarro bus broke down one of their toes, so Navarro-Panola will tip off at 6. And Lee and Jacksonville were already scheduled to play at 6 tonight, so it'll probably be around 9 o'clock tonight where everything gets figured out, and we will have those pairings and updates for you on our website, tvccsports.com, as well as our Twitter feed via the first place I would go at TVCC Sports. We'll have those up as soon as they are passed along tonight, and we hope you will look for those there.
So the second half here, Trinity Valley has let Paris kind of knife their way back in here, down by 7.
Well, they absolutely did. They were down 15 at one point, and so they went on an 8-0 run there by all practical purposes there, and it's now 49-42, and Paris has got to feel really good about it considering they've only got 7 players suited up.
And we've talked about Trinity Valley's heart all year long. I've tipped my hat to Paris, as you mentioned, 7-man rosters, 2 guys sitting on the pine across the way, and they're right here within a quick shot of Trinity Valley.
And the good news is for Paris is nobody is in foul trouble. They're in good shape there.
Best case scenario for them.
The Cardinals do have one in foul trouble, Trevon Fuller. He's going to start the second half, but he will be on the floor with 3 fouls as we get this second half underway. And with the second half play-by-play, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers from Leon Spencer Court here in Athens. Cardinals will start the second half with Fuller, Davis, Marambo, Archibald, and Poots Van Nietse. And we were talking about Poots Van Nietse, his last game here, the only Card who's really been here for the last 2 seasons, sophomore, and he had a nice first half.
He really did. He finished with 6 points, had 4 points real early in the contest.
So with a start of play, it would be PJC inbounding here. 49-42 as we start the second half, and a steal right away. Davis knocked off the mark as he was coming right down the sideline here.
Well, it's almost decapitated by Romello Wilbert.
Yeah, he did take a shot there, kind of holding that left shoulder. He really took a stinger. Hopefully it's just a stinger. They need him at full speed going into the tournament for sure.
It's nice to see Deshaun mature over these last couple of weeks. I know he had to set a couple of games. I think they got his attention with that, and he's really starting to turn into an all-around ball player for the Cardinals.
Good take, good drive. Won't get the finish, but does draw the foul. So headed to the free throw line with...
That's just another example of how he can create off the dribble, and it may not make the bucket, but he's going to draw a lot of fouls that way.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that can make a living at the free throw line, because he's certainly going to get there a lot in a contest, isn't he?
No doubt.
Gets that first.
Well, there's making a living and there's making a living.
It's going to be a different tax bracket if he keeps that up. It's 49-42 here. See if Davis get it going here at the line. Gets 1 of 2 on that trip.
16 in the game. Did not play the first meeting against Paris.
Well, he's definitely been a difference here this afternoon. Of course, Paris has got a kind of a different rotation as well, or different squad at this point. The shot on the way up and good.
Anderson got out of position defensively and was pointing to tight end. That's your man. I was out there guarding on the perimeter.
Yeah, it's it's like, hey now, don't make me take extra steps. Come on. Come on. Fuller finds Davis. Davis faked and gets the basket.
Might have taken a couple of steps there, maybe.
Deshaun with a nice kiss off the glass to get that too.
18 points now for Deshaun.
Shot was short, pulled down by Marambo. Looked like he had done all the heavy lifting, but could not get it to finish. Fuller thought about it, now recalibrates and gets the three-pointer.
Javon Fuller with his second three-pointer of the contest, now with 8 in the game.
Fuller in the first game between these two had 19 points. So
and no three-pointer, surprisingly.
Wow, that's all on the. And now he's picked up a foul, I believe. He's going to be. That's his fourth foul.
Fourth foul, so he's going to go to the bench.
4 fouls here, and that took less than 2 minutes to pick up that fourth. Minute 38 gone. Not even.
So the Cardinals up 7 at halftime have extended that lead now back to 11, 55-44, 18-22.
So at the 18-22 mark, he goes to the sideline. Gardner's had extended play today, and he's, made the most of his opportunities. Going to get a little more here down the stretch of the second half, looks like. Davis brings it up. Drive, hangs, shoots, won't go, and rebound. That's Marambo with a putback, I believe.
My goodness, Anderson just will not quit on a rebound.
So that makes it a 12-point contest. 14 in the game for Anderson Marambo. Shot is short. Comes Davis. Davis off to Moore for the Thunder jam. Jerry Moore goes up and finishes.
Moore with 8 points on a fantastic pass from Deshaun Davis. We're going to have a timeout being used by Mohead, the head coach of Paris.
Deshaun gets the good look. Now with 30-second timeout, as you mentioned, the Cardinals coming out firing here. Already up 10-point. I got a 10-point score here in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, Tim, it's something you were touching base on, because if Tyler happens to lose today to Bossier Parish, Kilgore is finished. So Kilgore is going to finish 12-7. Bossier Parish would finish 12-7. Navarro and Panola are playing today, so if Navarro would win, they would be 12-7. The Cardinals can only get to 11-8 with the win today. So it definitely, if Tyler Junior College does not come back and win that game at Bossier Parish, it will definitely affect the Cardinals' season.
We saw that Tyler team last week here at Leon Spencer Court on the campus of Trinity Valley in Athens, and they definitely have a lot of firepower on that team. So we'll try and keep an eye on that one as this one goes along this afternoon. Cardinals working defensively here. Looks like knocked away, out of bounds. Parker was trying to get low, but goes out of bounds, had it knocked away.
Can't say enough good things about tight end Archibald. He's just a hard worker for the Cardinals, and he had 25 the first time against Paris. Today he's only got 5, yet he's still working every bit as hard as he would if he were having a big scoring game.
Yeah, he doesn't let that dictate, does he? He's one of those guys who, he's going to work every day. And there's a 3-point over the top of Marambo. That's been an impressive shot for Hamilton. That's his fourth three.
Yes.
Got 15 on the afternoon. Anderson backs it up. Moore stops, can't get it to go. Gardner battling. Gardner pulling down, and Archibald back over the timeline just in time. Well, Moore anticipated Davis was going one way, and that was yours, Benny. I gave you the assist. I was waiting for you to do the little spinning.
I actually threw the pass in the wrong direction, so that doesn't count. I get no assist
you
on
could have
that.
handed it off
If
to
this was
tight
going to be
end.
right here, I should send you a little pitch pass right here, you know, and I throw it the length of the floor. I threw it away.
Well, it was my fault. There's Anderson with the finish. My fault, though. You thought I was going to try and shoot from here, and so you said, let me get rid of this in a hurry.
You threw me off my game.
Good, strong move by the big fella, though. We've seen it time and time again all year long. He's just so dangerous near the basket.
Well, he made a big layup against Corsicana Wednesday night against Navarro for the Cardinals win that one 77-75 with 2.9 seconds left.
Big finish, and finishes at the free throw line there.
Has 17 in this one. Came in averaging 14.
Three-point shot won't go. Davis pulls, turns, burns down the floor to Moore. Can't handle it.
I really do think that Sean Davis is going to be a dominant player in this league next year.
I do too. I mean,
He continues his along the maturation process that we've talked about. I think he really will.
Continue to work and continue to be hungry. You haven't even seen his full development yet. Archibald with a good job, almost redirected, but they do get the finish.
I think he got away with a foul there, possibly.
Coming up on the 16-minute mark, it's a 12-point advantage for the Cards. Jump stop in the paint, gets the rebound, and the put is good.
Now with 20 points in the contest, Deshaun Davis.
64-50, Cards trying to extend it here. Well, we've seen this song, a little different verse that time. On the push, the big man. Now kick out, Davis for three. Davis puts it down and through. So all of a sudden a 67-50 lead for Trinity Valley.
23 points for Deshaun Davis. Going to have another one of his big scoring games.
Davis doing it here at Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas, as the Cardinals wrapping up Region 14 play today. Archibald got a hand on it. They'll get it tipped around, and Davis will pick it up. Wow, we've turned into a hockey match here.
Looks like roller derby.
Cardinals gym. We got an icing foul somewhere. So there it'll be up and good, and a timeout on the floor. Boy, that was...
Yeah, Deshaun Davis asked Guy Furr to call that timeout. He's a little bit shaken up. He was really knocked down there. They may have missed, well, not may have. I think they missed one there.
Yeah,
just
that
like
was
they missed a bucket that they said went in earlier.
I think that's the bright side of that whole equation, though, is that he did get up and he's making his way into the timeout. So it is a 60-second timeout. Cardinals leading by 15 at the 15:05 mark.
And we have some updates on the men's side. Bossier Parish continues to lead Tyler 38-25 with 2:15 left in the first half. Glenn leads Lamar State Port Arthur 41-40 at the half. Angelina leads Coastal Bend 31-23 at the half. And of course, we were 49-42 at the half here, and we are now 67-52 Cardinals. So Bossier Parish is playing an awfully tough at home today against 6th-ranked Tyler.
Yeah, it's a impressive first half here if they can hold on. Up 13 with a 2-minute mark.
We thank Mike Monfort for sending those scores our way.
Absolutely. Mike always does a great job. Part of the Region 14 effort here as the Cardinals trying to finish up here. Get a chance to look at the Cardettes, led by Darla Mansfield, the director of Trinity Valley and the Cardettes.
Got to have a crew of 7 on the floor, but the entire Cardette team is here today in the stands across the way as they normally are.
At halftime, they did a performance. It was very impressive. Crowd really responded too. Did a great job.
Well, I think the crowd was responding to you getting on the end of the line out
well, there. I like to high kick with the best of them. I'll pay for it tomorrow. The hammy is not what it ever was. So with 15:05 to go in the half. Benny, you've already lit me up 3 times now here, and we still got a half to go.
Well, take it easy the rest of the game, on
Okay, all right.
Last chance this season.
I'm just glad I'm still at the desk. Last time at this point in the season, you had me over in the corner calling the games with you. Here it is with the 15-minute mark. Cards trying to add to a 15-point lead with the ball. Archibald had it knocked away, and here come the Dragons. Nice crossover. Good finish.
Great finish by Charlie Powell, the freshman out of Atlanta, Texas.
Powell with a nice move away from the basket to get to the basket. Rambo thought about it. Now goes down low. Gardner had it knocked away. Picked up by Trinity Valley. That is Mack out front to Archibald for 3 with 9 on the clock. Won't go. Strong move underneath, though, and the putback. That's going to be goaltending.
Yeah, Parker got a piece of that one as the ball was coming down, so that will count for Anderson.
Yeah, at the basket. So Anderson now at 19. Davis is leading with 23, and then on the other side, the leading scorer appears to be
Parker with 21.
Parker, yeah, he's had a nice game out of Louisville, Kentucky.
A few basketball players have come out of Louisville, Kentucky.
I was going to say, I think they know their way around the hardwood there. Shot won't go. Fuller rebound. Excuse me. That's Gardner with a rebound. You get the feeling here, if Cards can just make a big push, they can put this thing away. As
yeah, I'm not sure.
Paris has to be.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Paris has the firepower.
There's a three-point shot from tight end Archibald. Gives him 6. As we were talking about that, I mean, they're playing with such a limited bench on the other end. It's got to be you got to start feeling that burn at the 13-minute mark. Three-point shot on the way. Will go. Tapped around.
Yeah, Paris is going to try to shoot themselves back into it from three-point range, and I'm just not sure how that's going to work out for them because they don't usually hit it a high percentage anyway, hitting just 34% on the season.
Moore likes that spot. Doesn't get it that time, but a fight for the ball. Mack.
But Jamon Mack is battling for that rebound against Reggie Daniels.
I'll tell you, I watched Daniels at halftime. He's got some ups. He had a between the legs windmill that almost went on a dunk. He was fun to watch. He's only a freshman. Pass down low, shot up and good for Derry Moore.
Moore now with 10 points in the contest, came in averaging 5.8.
Double digits for Moore. That's not gonna I was gonna say they're about to get steps coming here. He's found himself surrounded by 3 white jerseys for Trinity Valley.
And you look at this Paris team, and of the 7 players suited up, 5 are freshmen.
Wow.
And they've been having some nice games. As you look at Carl Parker, the freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky, the 6'7", he's got 21 points, and Charlotte Hamilton has got 15. Both are freshmen.
Kind of got that same vibe that Trinity Valley has. A lot of youth on that team, and if they stay together, they're getting a lot of opportunities to play down the stretch here.
Trey Gardner with his first points of the contest.
76-54, Trinity Valley at the 12-minute mark of the second half. Archibald, tight end with a drive. Tight end going up with authority. Thought he was going to get the leaning dunk.
Tim, you were trying to anticipate that one in.
I was ready. Tight end trying to tear it off there.
We have a halftime score. Bossier Parish 38, Tyler 27.
11-point contest there. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. We're not going to get to the conclusion of that one before this one ends, so
just stay tuned, folks, to our Twitter feed at TVCC Sports.
Got steps coming. And the argument going to be there from Hamilton. He's going to lose it, but he's like, I kept my pivot foot. Except that wasn't the way it was whistled. So with 11:42 to go here, Cards up well in control here. Final broadcast of the season for Cardinal Sports Network.
Our 12th season of basketball on the Cardinal Sports Network.
These things seem like they go faster and faster every year.
And we're getting younger and younger, aren't we?
Aren't we? I don't know how that works. I was going to say, I don't feel it, so maybe I can get that written into my contract. There's a three-pointer on the way. Jamon Mack out of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Not certain, but I think that's his first three-pointer of the season.
And I love the response by the bench. They're all on their feet. So
we're over there going, no, don't shoot it, don't shoot it. Yes!
11 minutes to go here. It's a 24-point lead. Big man down low. A little jump hook. Won't go.
Usually pretty effective, that little jump hook.
I was going to say, he's really, really good with that. Archibald got caught with a pick there.
It's going to be his third personal foul. So now then you've got Fuller going in with 4 fouls. Archibald coming out, I'm guessing, with 3 fouls.
Yeah, Fuller was definitely ready to get in there as he had a chance to sit, and for the last basically 10 minutes, he barely got on the floor in the second half, picked up that quick fourth foul.
Very interesting putting him in with 10 minutes to go, although you are on top by a big margin now.
That ball hit the floor. 3 Cards were down there, had a chance at it, and it's just hustled away by Daniels.
So the Cardinals up by 23 halfway through this half, so they're in good shape right now. Just can't make any turnovers and give anything that will feed a run by the Dragons, though. You just imagine, hard to imagine, I should say, the firepower that Paris could possess tonight.
3-pointer on the way.
Well,
It's
I
good.
say that, and he says, take this firepower and stick it where you want to.
Hamilton has got his 18th point. I know he's got at least 5 threes. One of them, I believe, was an unconventional 3.
It was.
Fuller with a drive, can't get the finish. Oh, don't pick up that foul there. 3-pointer on the way. Back-to-back 3-pointers.
And just like that, it changes the whole complexion of a game from 23 now suddenly to a 17-point game.
Enough of a move that Davis and Anderson are both on their way back in.
Yeah, it's not a very offensive lineup that the Cardinals have on the floor at this point.
Moore says, I'm getting to the basket. Fuller with a little touch off the side of the backboard. It's going to be a fast break opportunity. Oop, and finish. The man can sky Starlin Hamilton. I'm sorry, that was not Starlin Hamilton. That's Reggie Daniels III out of center.
Here come the Dragons.
Back to a 15-point game. Need a good offensive possession here.
8-0 run now that the Dragons are on.
Fuller dish underneath, and Putzvanitze has it blocked. It's going to be an easy basket opportunity, but they took their time. And, foul there. Boy, he took a shot.
Jamon Mack's going to be called for the foul. That does prevent the points. He made sure he didn't get the shot off.
Yeah, we talk about that underneath. You got to make them earn it at the free throw line.
But it just shows you how quickly things can change. The Cardinals were up 23, looked in good shape, great shape for that matter. Now suddenly it's just a 15-point game on an 8-0 run by the Dragons.
Yeah, back-to-back threes and then a quick layup on the other end. They're not getting free throws here?
Wow.
Wow.
Well, things aren't as they always seem.
We've seen that a couple of times. 3-pointer passed on. He'll go baseline. So reach called there. So 8:45 mark.
It's going to be the 4th team foul against the Cardinals, 3 against Paris, and neither team close to the bonus at this point, and I just jinxed us, I realized. As I was saying it, I was saying, shut up.
Don't say it. There's almost knocked away. Good regather. And Putzvanitze says, here, let me help you with that.
It was flat-footed, too.
Davis with a finish. A little up and under. Dipsy-do off the glass to make it 81-64. Archibald about to check back in. 3-pointer on the way. Won't go. Cards, 3 of them had a chance at it. 4th Card slides in to get the rebound.
Well, you give credit to this Paris team. Looked like they were about to get blown out, and they battled their way back.
Yeah, they did. And that has got to be all on heart right now. They're running on just, conditioning. They're just battling. Here's a shot on the way. Short, won't go. All right. Fought for and pulled down and put back in. The left is good by Putzvanitze.
Now with 8 points, Cardinals up 83-64. We will step away for this message and rejoin you on the other side here on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Finding success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Whether you want to get new job skills, work toward a degree, or just take classes for fun, TVCC can design a plan just for you. One of the highest rated 2-year colleges in America by the Aspen Institute and Smart Asset, TVCC in Athens, Kaufman, Palestine, and Terrell delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Register now in person or online at www.tvcc.edu.
Finding success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Attend one of the highest rated two-year colleges in America and receive a quality, affordable education. Visit tvcc.edu for more information.
Welcome back to the campus of Trinity Valley here in Athens, Texas. Tim Howard along with Benny Rogers from Leon Spencer Court. Benny, any updates on scores? I know there's a lot happening all over this conference.
Well, the last score we had from the Tyler Bossier Parish game, I should say, is Bossier Parish was up 38-27. That is at halftime. We will, of course, be finished here well before that game is concluded. So just watch for the updates on the Region 14 tournament on our Twitter feed at TVCC Sports. And if you don't subscribe to Twitter, our Twitter feed is on our sports website in the bottom right-hand corner of the page at tvccsports.com.
Thank you, sir. The Cardinals back in the running format. Archibald back in the game. Archibald for three. Archibald with a nice trade.
Now with 3 3-pointers in the contest, 11 on the game.
Zaidan knocks that one down. Cards at the 7-10 mark with the final game here from Leon Spencer Court in 2020. Pass down low, steps, not called. Picked up, here come the Cardinals. Baseball pass, Davis up for three. Won't go, the rebound, and put back, not gone. Mack had it blocked, and nice job in the corner. And now a frustration foul trying to reach. I think they got Jamin Mack.
Had that Davis 3-pointer gone in, that would have been the first 3-pointer in Cardinal gym history ever scored from the lap of a Cardette.
I think so. In fact, she wasn't going to get the assist. She was going to get the basket because it was right on top. It was a very, very one of those high angling passes. I'm surprised as he did the step back. Like you said, he was still in bounds, barely. Brought the hand over, and they call him for the foul. So free throws coming at the 6:41 mark.
22-point Cardinal lead. It's been as much as 23 in this half.
Going to the stripe is going to be Carl Parker.
Cardinals got it up to 23, and Parrish answered with an 8-0 run. That was a brick.
That one was influenced by the crowd on the other end.
That was a brick.
Like band and cheerleaders, that scared me. It's not as much fun when you have to turn and look 94 feet away to give them the, yeah, I heard you, but did you see that? I made that one. It's not as impactful. Davis thought about pulling the trigger. Will go in the paint. Going to draw a whistle. It's going to be on the floor.
Of course, if you're the Cardinals, you'd like to get this one wrapped up, and I mean it's headed that direction, so you can get maybe some of your frontline players off the floor. Don't want to risk them to injury with the regional tournament coming up next week, and the Cardinals will be playing on the first day of the tournament on Tuesday, March the 3rd.
So inbound is Marambo, goes strong, won't go. Davis pulls it down. Gonna get a whistle there against Charlie Powell.
That would be the 15th foul against the Dragons, 6 against the Cardinals.
So with at the 6:21 mark here in the half, the Cardinals have put up 37 points, where Paris has answered with 23. So
it was 81-79 as the final the first time around between these two.
Well on pace to push that out of the way. Looked like he was expecting contact. It never really came. And the easy basket opportunity on the other end. That's an easy way to do it.
Nice pass by Levitt of hitting the follower for the jam.
Yeah, Daniels can get up. A 6'7" sophomore.
Coming up on the 5:50 mark.
Davis with the drive. Oh, there's a crush to the floor.
I think that was the Paris player that hit the floor very hard, but Davis did go down, and you certainly don't want to lose him going into the regional tournament.
Everybody bounced up. I'm glad to see that because, goodness, we just talked about got to keep everybody healthy going forward.
Davis goes to the free throw line with 25 points. Carl Parker has 22 for Paris.
Yeah, Parker's had a nice ball game.
And both are freshmen.
So he's with a 20-point mark. 5:49 to go. Davis picks up his 27th point on the afternoon.
Had 15 in the first half.
Big, strong second half here. Last week against Tyler, he had a 41-point performance. Mack gonna tie him up.
Mack's had a pretty nice second half for the Cardinals in the limited time that he's played.
Yeah, he really has. He's making the most of the opportunity.
He is a 6'3" freshman out of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Good to see him getting some opportunities down the stretch here. 5:30 to go in this contest. So we mentioned it's the last ball game for the Cardinals at home this year. That's up and good. Marambo in a factor.
Now with 21 points in the game. Opened the Cardinals scoring with a three-pointer from the top of the circle.
Yeah, he showed he's got some Rangers. Speaking of range, count that one for Jaqueline Levette.
90-70 coming up on the 5-minute mark.
5-point game here. Nice job, nice job, but he lost it and then the finish. That was well done. We got a Marambo going to get whistled for a delay of game.
He's now got 23 points in the contest, but that pass by Davis is a highlight reel worthy.
Davis had two Dragons look like they were on a pair of pogo sticks. He stays on the ground and they dish one off underneath. Now, nice block by the big man. There's a three-point shot. Won't go. Pulled down. That's Mack. Nice job inside.
Jamon Mack, a nice second half here today.
Yeah, he's really stepped up here. Underneath, off, and good. Count it for Putzvanidze.
Going to finish in double digits in his final Cardinal gym performance.
I'm just going to say Vladimir Putzvanidze, the final 410 here to try and get it out of my system. He's been fun to watch the last couple of years.
He really has. He's been a hard worker. We thought we were going to lose him after last year. We thought he had an offer. He's a qualifier. He didn't like the offer of the school, so he decided to come back, and I'm glad that he did. I think his stock has gone up.
I would agree with that. There's a three-point shot on the way. Won't go. Marambo said, hey, I've already knocked down a couple of these. Let me try another. There's one from the left side. That ricochets down low. Mack's going to get one over the top. So the Cards come in averaging 89 points a game, giving up 79. So they're well above that mark here today.
And they have scored 100 or more points in 10 games this season. So shooting for number 11 here.
Got a chance to get one more here at Leon Spencer Court here. We'll see how the final 3:38 goes. That'll get them a point closer. Cards need what? Just 6 quick points here and we can get that 11 down before. Davis says, I'll take a 3. There's the first one.
There's half of them.
Yep, let me
30-point contest now for Deshaun Davis.
He looked back over on the sideline after that one and saw him emptying it out. He said, I'm going to get my money's worth. There's a 3 on the other end. And stop us if you've heard Starlin Hamilton's name a few times.
6 3-pointers for him now.
Hamilton's had a nice touch. Davis stomps almost, gets the 3 to go.
He knows he's about to come out.
And now he is. He does end it with a hustle play there on the defensive side. Knocks it out. Great job from the Cardinals. That was exiting the floor. They're going to leave Putzvanidze in this thing, I believe.
I think we're going to leave him in and take him out a little bit later for a curtain call, so to speak, to finish out his career.
I think that's what they were thinking, too. And then they realized Someone didn't get the memo right. So they went ahead and pulled him out. The Raji with the ball.
He's not afraid to shoot.
Shot on the way, will not go.
Mack with the rebound.
Mack got a rebound. Johnson took a shot. Trying to spread the floor a little bit for Gardner.
Foul's going to be an offensive foul against Darren Johnson away from the ball.
So Johnson whistled there with 2:25 to go.
Cardinals needing 3 points to match 100 points or more for their 11th time this season.
Should have a chance at it here. Still a couple, it'll be before you call off and dribble it out. Let's see what happens. Gonna have to get some rebounds, huh? Rebound. Yeah, Sterling tried to draw a flop three there, but whistles did not get called. Gardner with a no-look pass.
Nobody was looking.
You could tell. There's a tap away, but regathered. Whistle on the baseline, stepped on the line, I believe. It'll be Cardinal basketball.
The last 141 may not be the prettiest action we've seen today.
They may have to earn it here. Let's see.
But, on the Cardinal side, it looks a lot sweeter than it does on the Paris side.
Yes, indeed. And, we've been talking. If you're just tuning in, Paris, you can see it in the right-hand corner of our monitor there. There were 2 guys on the bench there. That was the entire bench. Only 7 gentlemen suited out for Paris today. Cards. The final 90 seconds.
The Lady Cards played with just 7 today, but it worked out far better for them than it did for Paris.
I was going to say, there's a drive, won't go against the beneficiary, and then has it swatted away.
And we're going to have double technical fouls go against number 30 for Paris, Reggie Daniels the second, and Darren Johnson, number 21 for the Cardinals. There's just no place for that.
Yeah, you got to.
The foul was called.
Yep. Vladimir Putzvanitze about to check back in.
Well, good. The big man gets to finish up on the floor. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't give him an exit curtain call, though, to close out his career.
And now they may be calling you in, Benny, to bring the big fella out.
They will never get that desperate.
They saw that ball handling skills on the scorer's table earlier. We both got to touch the ball today. That's impressive. It's never happened. It will never happen again. 3-point shot on the way. Nice touch from Jaquela and Levant.
Under a minute.
Final minute.
Let's let Vlad touch the ball one more time.
Yeah, let's see if they'll go through to him. See if they're going to work it through the big man. Gonna set a screen.
Mack's going to draw the foul.
So Mack will be going to the free throw line here.
Well, it's hard to believe that this is our 12th season on the Cardinal Sports Network, coming to a close here today in Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.
Benny, you're getting old. You are.
Way old. We were 48 when we started all of this. I was 48 when we started all of this.
Wow, the dean has been around. Man, I tell you what, I say it every year, but this is so much fun, and this is always a lot of. We get to see so many great students come through this program, and they've battled this year.
Well, and we need to mention too, Tim, that our guys behind the scenes on the cameras, on the graphics, they're the best in the business.
They're a very talented crew, and we have so much fun getting to come out here and do these games and bring Cardinal sports to you. But those are the real heroes that make it happen.
Yeah, we get to the fun part and the easy part, but those guys who do all the work are the best at what they do. There's no doubt about it.
They're gifted, and then it shows. So 20 seconds to go. 3-point shot won't go. Rebound.
Should be in a dribble out situation here.
Yep, and they're going to end the season, or the regular season, with 10 100-point games and a final score from Leon Spencer Court in Athens. It's Trinity Valley 97, Paris 79 with the inverted score.
The Dragons will finish the season 9-20 overall, 3-16 in conference play. The Cardinals improved to 18-12. 11-8 in conference. We will stand by for their seedings after the conclusion of all the games today. Let's look at the Cardinals scoring to wrap it up. Tight end Archibald had 11 with 3 3-pointers. Jamon Mack had 3 with a 3-pointer. Jashawn Davis finished with 30 points in the contest, and he had 2 3-pointers. Anderson Mirambeau had 23 points and 2 3-pointers. Darian Moore had 10. Trey Gardner had 2. Trayvon Fuller had 8 with 2 3-pointers. And Vladimir Pucvanitz in his final game at Cardinal Gym had a double-digit scoring effort with 10 points. Tim, your final thoughts?
Impressed by the way they came out and battled and, played 2 complete halves, got the job done, and probably the most important thing, stayed healthy to get ready for Region 14.
The Cardinals will not be the favorite going into the regional tournament, that's for sure, but they would like, Tim and I have touched on the last couple of weeks here now, they would not be one team that I would want to face. Folks, it has been a blast bringing you Cardinal and Lady Cardinal basketball for our 12th season. We hope that you'll be with us again next year when we do this all again. But until then, for our talented Cardinal Sports Network team and Tim Howard, not just that could suggest Tim is not talented.
That was well done. Ba-doom-ching.
This is Benny Rogers bidding goodbye from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Thanks, folks.
That was good, man.
This has been a Cardinal Broadcasting Network special presentation.